Hello, welcome back to PlayStation Access. My name's Dave, and I'm joined once again at E3.
Hello.
By Rob.
Hello.
Rob, hopefully E3 has now finished and we're actually at home. But right now, we're still here on the final day.
And still hanging in there.
Yeah, and you've been lucky enough to visit Bethesda and actually play the start of Wolfenstein
2, the new Colossus.
Right, and is that right?
Yeah, I played the first 30 minutes.
Really? Mm-hmm. I didn't know this. So I actually finished the original game.
I didn't.
And so I'm very jealous. I know, we really sent the wrong guy, didn't we? So
we did.
Please tell me everything you can.
Well, I'm guessing BJ Blazkowicz ends... That's his name, right?
It is.
Mr. Person who's finished the game. Ends the first Wolfenstein, or Wolfenstein the New Order, in quite a bad way. Well, because he certainly starts Wolfenstein 2 in a very bad way.
Okay.
Very bad way.
What's happened?
You're in a wheelchair, essentially, and you are very badly injured.
Okay.
And you're in a hospital, and you have to... and some horrible Nazis start attacking the place you're in.
Right.
And you have to get out in your wheelchair.
Fantastic.
Which is an insane way. I mean, Wolfenstein is, you know, it's renowned, the New Order is renowned for being over the top and a bit bombastic and a bit crazy. It has a dark sense of humor. That's very much present again. Basically just moving through. There are some kind of light puzzling you have to do to get upstairs and stuff. There's like rotating platforms. You have to position your wheelchair onto the platform and get over it.
Okay.
Then you start getting attacked by Nazis, and you're just there, just spraying them down. One hand pushing the wheelchair along, the other.
Nice. Like drive-bys in a wheelchair.
Yeah. And it's just a brilliantly crazy start to a Wolfenstein game.
Yeah, that does sound crazy.
You get to a bit. You meet one of like a professor character.
Yeah.
You get to like a safe space. He's like, get over here, Blazkowicz.
Right.
So you go in, and he has to turn off like a... He's got a microwave generator in this room, and he has to turn it off for you to go through. He's like, don't go through there, otherwise you'll be blown to bits. Oh. And anyway, you safely go through. He turns it back on, obviously, because he doesn't want any Nazis invading his room. Yeah. And there's a little cutscene going on between you and this guy. And in the background, it's one of the funniest things that there's like 4 or 5 times troops of Nazis running through. You just hear the microwave go, and they just go, just loads of different variations. A couple of Nazis come through like, just, what's that? There's one guy who just sees the mess on the floor, and he's like, what is this? And he just blows up as well.
That's fantastic.
It was just, it really tickled my funny bone, that cutscene.
Those games, well, the Wolfenstein games now really do have a fantastic sense of humour. Yeah. And it will never not be funny seeing Nazis blown up in different ways.
It will not.
Microwave, I think, is a new one for the series, so that's very exciting.
But anyway, you carry on from there, and we get introduced to the new villain.
Right.
She's been in the trailers, the female Nazi with the blonde curly hair.
Yes.
She is a nasty piece of work.
Yes, she is.
A very, very nasty piece of work.
She was actually in the first game, where she was also a nasty piece of work.
Oh, well, she's not changed her ways at all.
Right.
She was very mean to her daughter, incredibly mean to her daughter.
Why, what did she do?
Just, you know, was very rude to her. Made jokes about her daughter's weight, and
you're not doing a great job of telling me how evil this. I mean,
basically, she's there. I don't want to spoil massive things, but she's there about to do an evil gesture,
right?
An evil Nazi gesture, and the daughter's like, "You said you wouldn't do this anymore." And the mum turns around. You said you'd lay off the cakes and do some exercise, but you haven't done that, have you? You do the evil gesture, and then she forces the daughter to do the evil thing.
I really hope that when the game is out, someone takes that bit of audio and overdubs your voice of her going, "You said you wouldn't eat the cakes, didn't you? So we've all done things that we regret."
I was really impressed with the voice acting as well, actually. Very, very sinister.
Right. Yeah.
On this main villain, really, really sinister indeed. But just the action felt great. Shooting Nazis in a wheelchair, the kickback on the guns was great.
Were you using any sort of crazy weaponry, or was it just
like the regular machine gun that you have in the beginning? It's also very hard.
Yeah.
I've just played it on normal difficulty. I died a couple of times just in the first area.
Yeah.
Very, very hard.
And Blazkowicz is still in a wheelchair at the end of that open portion.
We're not going to be spoiling anything else.
Okay.
But that's just a little taster of that. We've already spoiled the first 30 minutes for you. You're welcome. But that is how Wolfenstein II, the new Colossus, starts, and I just thought it was a really cool spin on an opening level of a first-person shooter to have your main character, amazing physical specimen, in a wheelchair, really badly injured, having to kind of lurch his way out of this area, shooting really heavily armoured Nazis.
Yeah, he actually spends some time in hospital in the first game as well.
Wow, maybe he's not such a badass.
He's
then.
not in a wheelchair though, so that is definitely new and exciting.
Yeah,
drive-by wheelchair shootings. Well, you heard it here first, unless you heard it somewhere else. You will now be starting Wolfenstein II, the new Colossus, in a wheelchair, shooting Nazis and watching them explode in a microwave.
So that's my favourite bit.
Pretty exciting. Thank you very much for watching this video. Let us know in the comments below if you're looking forward to new Wolfenstein, and do subscribe so you don't miss anything else from the world of PlayStation.